Yes, that's JOEBILINE here. Today we're going to talk about what went right with FIFA Mobile Season 2. Well, more importantly, we're going to be talking about what you thought was right about FIFA Mobile Season 2. I asked these questions, well, about a week or so ago now. We're doing what went right in your opinion and what went wrong in your opinion in two separate videos. Today's is what went right. So, in the end, well, we've had almost 300 comments on the what went wrong, and about 72 on the what went right. I asked the what went right first, so there were a few people straight away going nothing. Funny guys. I can go and you should ask what went wrong instead. Well, we did. There was a tweet for that. But we just thought we'll go through and talk a bit about it. Try and keep this max 20 minutes. Hopefully we'll keep it shorter. Maybe we'll do a part 2 or so. Obviously a lot of the comments will be similar. And I thought I'd go around what you guys thought first, because you've took the time to respond. So it's only fair that we go through it. So Aaron, straight away, events like Team Hero, Treasure Hunt, I believe, yeah, because Team Heroes pretty much failed after the first few. Team Heroes is weird. I think the main thing with Team Heroes was the fact that people only wanted it to get the Ronaldo token, and until about a month ago, the Ronaldo token was almost, well, very, very expensive, we'll call it. The first end of era, so yeah, the first end of era was like essentially what Versus Attack Seasons turned into, and then the second end of era was just packs. So yeah, just stuff that allowed you to grind, and you knew what you was getting from the grind. You could commit at the start, and you knew what you'd get if you grinded. It was worth it. The community built, so gave awards for the grind the community built. I think he's trying to say the community. The community definitely has ups and downs, but it is a strong part. And I know there's a lot of people who play FIFA Mobile and are still playing it due to the friends they've made through FIFA Mobile and making your own team. So we'll advance that with some more comments, because I think he's on about the fact you can level up. So Chad, yeah, the events with set rewards, like echoing again. If you knew, like we were saying in videos before, if you know what you're going to get, based on, if you can work out what you're going to get, as long as you, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. If you know what the rewards are at the end, from the start, and you know how many tokens or whatever you can earn, it's great, because you can decide there and then if it's worth your time or not. Which, like I said, yeah, Flash Freeze, Carnival, Treasure Hunt, and First and Era, you knew what you was going to get. Retro, like we've touched on the retro video the other day. It's untradeable and it's luck based. If it's going to be luck chance based, it needs to be tradable so you could get them through the market. Training players we want was great, but XP was hard to get early on. EA should put more thought. Yeah, I agree. It's a double-edged sword with training, because one hand it's great because it means you can build whatever team you want with whichever players you like, and you can make them compete with anybody's team. But I do feel the cost quickly added up, and as the events went on, the rewards from the events didn't catch up enough. Like, as the year went on, the rewards should have lowered. So, you should have got higher rewards for your money or for your playing, so that you could carry on. Because it got to a point where a lot of people sort of just got stuck, and it was just too much. So you was lucky to go up an overall from an event, from a month-long event. You was lucky to go up an overall or two. Whereas at the start, you was able to get more overalls a lot quicker, so it felt more rewarding and fun because you were seeing more progress. Wonder card art was amazing. I agree completely. The card art is pretty much the main reason I play this game. I love collecting all the different cards and seeing the new cards that come out. The designs are absolutely lovely, and the creative freedom the creative team, the design team have with the cards, I think is fantastic. Like, console FIFA for a long time, they were just recolours, but with mobile you're getting all these design wings like for freeze, like icicles running off the cards, and the theme cards, fantastic. Best thing about the game in my opinion. Training gave us the option to make squads we like, but the things that went wrong are too many to list. Look, yep, this is what went right anyway. Best in the year was World Cup for me, and grindable events. You grind, you get what you want. That was good. World Cup, mixed bag. I think it was great that we got a dedicated World Cup mode like console does. And if you was into your campaign mode, then World Cup was absolutely fantastic, because there was almost too many campaigns to do. And the rewards you can get that were great. If you didn't like campaigns, then you were a bit out of luck. You didn't progress much, but yeah, it was nice to see a dedicated World Cup mode like well, we got basic but the same treatment as how console got it, so that was good. along with Prestige. And yeah, the Prestige, that was a good mode. Same again, you knew what you could grind for. So those events was great. So yeah, so like saying there from World Cup, he made bag of P from it because he was on for it. World Cup is well, it's not going to be every year because it only happens once every 4 years. Dirk, now I know Dirk's a big Schalke fan, and he's said numerous times himself he's loved being able to build a Schalke team, and he's been going there, will enlarge it. He's been keeping his Schalke team. I do know the main thing he's been trying to get all year though, and obviously it's annoying, is the fact that the Goetzke is the player he wants. The Cam Goetzke came in Easter, and Easter was like the first bad promo where it was all chance, and then it came back as a retro, and that was all chance. Yeah, stamina, and it's one that I think a lot of people have forgot about. In season 1, your stamina didn't stack. The max stamina you'd have is 30, and once you reach 30, it would stay there. Obviously this year's stamina stacks, so if you go over 30, you get a refill, you reach a level and it goes back up, or you get some through whatever means. Your stamina keeps stacking up. You can watch the adverts before they change that, and that was really good. Well, yeah, no, stamina is how it is now for adverts. Before it was the FIFA points, and they changed it to stamina. And yeah, being able to save stamina and stack it up was great. It seems like EA realised a lot of people are stacking now, and that's when they changed the events to be like how many events you could do at a time. But obviously for freeze it wasn't, you could do unlimited, and people were stacking stamina and going hard. Camp Treasure on Prestige, Flash Freeze with favourite events, icons with icon chapters. Yeah, that first batch of icons where you had to make a team from that nation and then you would get the icon, that was good. It was annoying to see EA change that, but I understand why, because the icons were too easy to get. And pretty much everybody had everyone had like Petit in the team, and everyone had lots of icons in the team. And for me, from my perspective, I feel like that devalued icons in a way, because to me an icon should be like players that you very sought after, you want. They should be prestige. You should look at a team, see an icon and think, wow, that guy's got an icon. But to me, the way a lot of the icons were at the start, they were that easy to get to me. When I saw an icon, it felt like icons were just like starter players. I felt it devalued icons a lot. So I can see why they did change the system. And also I reckon the first icon version probably wasn't making an EA any money. And we're not beating around the bush here. It's a mobile, it's an EA mobile game. We know what EA are in the first place. This is a mobile game, so it is going to be pay to win. And I've always, from the start playing FIFA Mobile, I've accepted it's going to be a pay to win game. And I think with mobile games especially, well most of them, I know there's some where they don't, they are going to be pay to win. And I think if you can accept it's pay to win and just know what you can afford out of the game, be that free, be that like a £5, be that a tenner, be that 100 a week, from nothing to however much you want to spend, if you can accept what you're going to achieve and know what you can, work out what you can achieve from the start and be happy with that, then play. If you can't, then I'd suggest don't play. Playing and not being happy playing, to EA just sees you're playing. They don't see the sentiment behind that figure of playing, they just see people playing. So if they see people playing that aren't happy, they're just people playing, and that's not really going to change their way. They're just going to see people are still playing, if that makes sense. So you've got to remember there is going to be times where things are going to be out of reach because they want people to pay, and they're not confident that they can get away with making a game where it's not pay to win like Fortnite have. Fortnite, I've just said, let's see how it goes, and it's worked for them. EA, I feel, they're set in their old ways, being a big company, an old-fashioned company, so they will go for ways to guarantee income. Long term, it probably won't work, but are they too big to fall now? Well, they changed up mobile. The reason mobile is this style is because the other side of mobile wasn't making the money that they needed to survive. That division itself, because each department in EA makes their own amount of money and whatever, and it runs against losses. So you can't look and go, oh, they make loads of money off consoles, so they should do this on mobile. It's separate. I have thoroughly enjoyed the game and I have nothing to compare it since this one. Okay, so you didn't play season 1. Nothing. Yeah, it's not true though. There's reasons why you're still playing, and I'm pretty sure you still do JSP because I see you on a lot. Campaigns, yeah, campaigns were a lot better than the seasons mode last year. By that I mean like offline seasons, but it's still online, because it gave better rewards. Like, there was literally, the only reason you was playing the domestic seasons mode last year was if you wanted to play full matches, and there was no reward for it. You were just doing it for fun. So campaigns being introduced meant there was some rewards to it itself. Starter campaigns, yeah, getting nice rewards, achievement players, prestige. How they changed the structure of claim icons. So he's saying he enjoyed the change. On one hand, the change was good because it meant you could get those. Well, if you did like the first node on each of them, you pretty much guarantee, if you didn't rush them, you could pretty much guarantee yourself profit from coins by doing just the first node each time. So that was pretty good, and you got the XP along the way. Icons are great, events are great. Yeah, because we didn't even have icons last year. We had the Ultimate Flashbacks, which was, I think, EA's way. Well, the EA Mobile team was trying to say, right, we can't have icons because they was exclusive to Xbox only at the time. So they were like, how can we try and have like Legends? Because they were called Legends back then on Xbox. So I think they made Ultimate Flashbacks to sort of say, well, we can get away with doing this if they're still at their old club. So it was nice to actually have icons on the game. I could use any player to make future squad. Good chance, base backs, good art. Campaigns should be best thing in the game. Nothing's more satisfying than usual skills, complete full matches and getting rewarded. Yeah, it would have been nice to have new campaigns throughout the year. I guess we kind of got them in World Cup, but like during season 1, I think it was like February, March, April time, we got a refresh of all like the original events. So like rookies, veterans, team heroes, all of those events from the start that were long term all got refreshed, and we got a second batch. Like this year, team heroes, we didn't get a second batch of team heroes or anything. It really feels like all that stuff we would have got instead was put dedicated, rather than working on making new refresh of the events. They were working towards World Cup, I guess, instead. I think it was great, just maybe clean up a bit more options with stuff like scouting points. Yeah, scouting, like that stuff last year. We didn't even get veterans and rookies this year. But we got scouting and yeah, stuff like that. Refresh them halfway through the year would have been good. Should we say like 13 you cashing for a guaranteed player, maybe historic player card states so you can use favourite players and have it more. The first week, yeah, the first week was decent. I think the other one was like weekly tournaments saw a lot of different changes throughout the year, with I guess EA trying to find a balance where people enjoyed it but they were also able to make money from it. And I don't know if they ever necessarily got there in the end. It's definitely, the rewards are decent this year, but it's tough. But I do like how they decided to do it so it was capped. And like you have the 90 overall max team, because then it does go down to skill. Because I think at this stage of the game, people have got enough coins to make the team each month. There's a lot of free-to-play players with a hell of a lot of coins, more than me, more than a lot of people who pay. They just know how to play the market. Yeah, the interface is very clean this year. It's a lot better than last year's. Only slight improvements, but it made a lot of difference. The event, there's events, yeah. EA got rich. I think they were already rich. Shirley, you're on the wrong thread here. We're on the positives thread here, not the negatives. Treasure event, yeah. Obviously it's more recent in my memory, but treasure event was very good and you knew what to do. Kind of a bit annoying, I guess, having to set sail all the time, but it was good. Love the game, play the time on my commute. Events like Treasure Hunt and Air were great fun. Love Team Week as well. So Dan plays it, from what I can tell, a lot quite similar. From his comments there, he seems to play it similar to how I play it. As in, like, the majority of the time when I'm playing FIFA, I feel a lot of people in the community, especially on Reddit, on Twitter, on YouTube comments, on Discord and everywhere, I feel a lot of the players here are people who have been playing the older versions, and a lot of people who play it who might not have access to a console to play console FIFA. So I feel like a lot of you guys play it a hell of a lot and sweat a lot, and you want it to sort of be a console game because you want to play the full matches, you want to be playing it all the time. But EA changed it to this mobile style where it is more designed around playing shorter stints on the game, playing it for a little bit here, playing it for a little bit there, and obviously with first attack being 90 seconds rather than full games being 10-20 minutes. Like he plays it on his commute. The main times I play FIFA Mobile is because I have to get the bus into town to work, so I can play it on the bus to work, play it on the bus home, play it on the toilet. I'll play it while I'm doing other stuff. So while I'm playing like Fortnite, if I die in between in the lobbies, I'll play it then, because you can get a few events in between. I'll play it in bed before I go to sleep and wake up. There's not a lot of time where I'll play just dedicated to FIFA Mobile. The main times I'll do that is probably while if I'm recording. Like at the moment, my focus is only on FIFA Mobile. But even that, like there's numerous times, you know, if you watch my videos, I'll be watching football at the same time as actually recording. There's not many times where I give my full concentration to the game, and EA have kind of designed it that way because they want the people to play it while they're in a queue for something. You can whip it out and play something quickly, not sit down and have to concentrate fully on it. And Dan's getting a lot of enjoyment from it that way. Team of the Week, yeah, it's a shame they didn't bring that back when the season started, or like last year when the main league ended. They brought Community Team of the Week in. We haven't had that this year. That was a shame. Card art, yeah, I can't agree more. Concept of tokens, training XP and skill boost was bang on. Grinding was superb. Storage of stamina versus attack. Events like Freeze, New Year, especially it gave a different kind of adrenaline rush, but less amount of events as compared to, like, yeah, we haven't had as many events. They've tried to make it, I feel, a lot more organic this year to just survive by itself. And I guess a lot of the time in the background they were working on World Cup mode. So the World Cup was almost basically like a game within itself. So I guess they were a smallish team, so they had to dedicate a lot of resources to the World Cup mode, which meant they probably didn't make as many events as I was hoping for. And it has missed. We've missed quite a few good events from last year, but and it does feel like there's been a gap at time. Where had we got to? We've got way further down. I think we're probably wrapping up while we're on 16 minutes. I'll get rid of SPCs. Well, that's negatives. We're looking at positives this video. But yeah, SPCs anyway. They were great when they came in. Like, oh, we're getting SPCs. They're fun to put points into. Then EA just gave up with them. Shifting to, yeah, that was a great thing to see the community feedback. Because if you remember at the start of the year, there were like 4 hours and 6 hour refreshes on the events. So you were literally like having to wake up at, like, for me in the UK, I was having to wake up like 2 AM, 6 AM in the morning. No, 4 AM in the morning and stuff, just to fit one in if I wanted to get one. So when they've refreshed to 8 hours, it was a lot better for people, because normally you are awake for at least some stage of most 8 hour refreshers. So that was good. It was great that that was one of the noticeable things you could tell that they listened to, because it feels like a lot of time EA don't listen to the community, but they do. Well, they do and they don't. They do, but obviously there's a lot of approvals to go through, and they may not just want to. But like Tom and AMT are on Twitter publicly, and they really do want the game to be better. Like, they work hard. They work hard, but obviously it's a big team. Well, it's a small team, but there's a lot of guys in it. It's a small team compared to the other teams in EA. But there's more than just those two. Those two, well, Tom decides what stats and cards people have. So he designs like the card stats and which players are getting special cards. And AMT's like feedback and development. So neither of them are actually coding the game. They're like coming up with ideas and suggestions for the game. They're not coding it, so bugs and stuff, it isn't on them. It's nothing to do with them bugs. Let's have a look. We'll probably wrap this up shortly because my voice is going. But it's just got a lot like skill boost. That was a fun addition this year. Sort of like, kind of works like training, sort of like chemistry. Well, no. Well, yeah, because they had to be in position to actually get the skill boost. But I just felt like you then didn't get enough skill boost as the year went on to go up. So a lot of people sort of got stuck at the same skill boost situation. So that definitely could have been better. But yeah, team upgrading, double-edged sword. There have been a lot of good stuff. There has been a lot of good stuff this year. But I think it's easy to look back on the negative stuff. The game's definitely bored me in the last few months. So it's not been perfect by any means. Last year caught my attention for the whole year. Icons were amazing. Icon SPCs were very rewarding. Yeah, they were, to be fair, the first few ones, but normal SPCs weren't. The rewards at the end of Versus Attack season. Oh yeah, so you each end of Versus Attack season you get like a couple mil, 8 to 7 plus players and stuff. There were some good things. It just felt stale. I think the game just got stale. But yeah, card art, all that good stuff this year. So we will do a what's wrong video. I'll try and keep it condensed. Maybe we'll just do 2 parts for that. But leave your thoughts in the comments section below. What did you think went right for the season 2? What do you hope they keep in season 3 from season 2? And what hope do you get rid of? Leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new here. Come follow me on Twitter at joebilineHD, and I'll see you all later. Peace.
But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.